Chances are, if you've been on the internet recently, you have seen the Shrek 5 trailer. Now, this trailer has been circulating like wildfire, primarily because people just really do not like the art style and changes for this trailer. So, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts and opinions. Hopefully it's not too late to jump on that bandwagon because the trailer did release about a week ago from the time that I'm filming this video, and maybe like 2 weeks ago by the time that I actually edit it and have it published. But maybe the algorithm will give me the benefit of the doubt and still let this video be seen by people instead of flopping, you know? So yeah, personally, I don't really mind the new art style. I don't know why others are like jabbing at it, because I personally think it's fine, you know? Like, I know they're saying that it's a lot more like cuter and it's sort of like a Disney-fication of Shrek, which the whole point of Shrek is to like go against the Disney norms and stereotypes for what characters look like and sound like and act like and all that. But I personally think it's fine, you know? Like, they're saying he looks a lot more, like, adorable and all of that, but I feel like he still looks enough like a ogre, you know? Like a monster character, that I think it's fine, you know? I like that the colors are brighter because I know they said, like, the duller colors were more integral to Shrek's aesthetic, you know? But I feel like just the saturation being bumped up makes it more visually appealing, and if you're going to be spending your time looking at a screen for like 1.5 hours or maybe even 2 hours, then you're gonna want something that's really interesting to look at, you know? I feel like it doesn't really matter about the quality of the art as much as the quality of the story, you know? So, Puss in Boots, which is a like spin-off of Shrek, they had The Last Wish, which came out recently, but that movie was like extremely good in the whole storytelling aspect of things. Like, it was an unbelievably well-executed sequel, and it had a new art style, but no one really minded that because it was such a well-put-together and well-thought-out storyline, you know? So, I feel like as long as Shrek 5 has a strong storyline to hold everything together, then, I mean, it should be okay, you know? Some changes that they're making, like adding the memes into there, I thought that was kind of cringe. I did not really appreciate that part, but I feel like the art style change was like relatively okay. So if we're gonna talk about story for a moment, the story for Shrek 1 was great, you know? I thought it was an amazing first addition to the series, and it gave us a really good concept of like all the characters, their relationships, their dynamics, and like their belief systems and all that great stuff. It gave us an introduction into the world. I liked Shrek 2. People say that Shrek 2 was the best in the whole entire franchise. I don't know about that because it is a sequel, but even though it is a sequel, it is a very, very well done sequel, you know? It expands upon the world, it expands upon the characters, it creates a new and interesting, intriguing villain character with the fairy godmother, and it gives a lot of action and plot, you know? So I feel like it's a very good sequel. People say that Shrek 3, Shrek the Third, is the weakest in the franchise, and I sort of agree with that one. Whereas the first one was, of course, Shrek trying to get the fairy tale creatures out of his swamp by appeasing Lord Farquaad and bringing him a bride so that he can become the king, and how the second one was him and Fiona traveling to Fiona's kingdom of Far, Far Away, meeting with her parents and sort of seeking their approval whilst trying to avoid Sir Prince Charming, who was Fiona's long-lost love interest from before she met Shrek. Shrek 3 is just like way out there in terms of like randomness. Basically, Shrek has to go find this guy at like this King Arthur like academy or something, and like it just seems very unusual for a Shrek movie. And Shrek 4 or Shrek Forever After, it was a little bit better than Shrek 3, but I thought it was still like incredibly weird. It's like a whole entire alternate universe type thing, sort of like it was all just a dream, where Shrek tries to imagine like what it would be like if he had never been born. Basically, Fiona becomes this like warrior person, Donkey is like enslaved by this mean guy, and then this weird short dude that isn't Lord Farquaad for whatever reason becomes like the emperor of the world or something. I I don't even know. It's like a very, very weird movie. But I think that all the Shrek movies are relatively good. You know, if I were to expect something for the 5th movie, because I'm not exactly sure like what direction they'd be wanting to take the plot in, I think one thing that we could ask for is like, in the first Shrek, Shrek's whole like complex is that he doesn't feel like anyone can love him because he is a monster, you know? Like, I thought love was only true in fairy tales. That's the whole entire song that they sing.
I thought love was only true in fairy tales.
Like the whole entire theme of the story. But that was basically built upon the fact that Shrek's parents abandoned him when he was little, when he was only 7 years old, actually. And I don't know if you could necessarily say that Shrek's parents were like evil or bad guys, antagonists to the story, because I think it's a part of ogre culture that their kids have to live on their own when they're 7 years old. But I think that was part of what caused Shrek to feel lonely and isolated, you know? So I feel like if Shrek has his daughter in the 5th movie, then part of his theme can be like, well, I don't want her to feel that way as she grows up. So maybe he becomes like a bit too attached to his daughter and has like severe attachment issues. Since I feel like his daughter in the trailer, at least, she seems like she's the age to where she might be like moving out soon. So maybe Shrek's just having a really hard time like accepting the terms of her moving out and coming to a grasp with reality, you know, getting a grip on the situation. He's just having a really hard time like imagining what it would be like without her, since he's lived with her for all these years, you know? So yeah, I'm not exactly sure how that's gonna go, but we'll just have to see. Another thing I would want from Shrek 5 is like the things that made Shrek 1 special, you know? Shrek 1 was special because it had like the pure audacity to like just speak out about what it believed in, you know? It was not afraid to stand on its own and just scream from the rooftops. It took blatant jabs at Disney and it kept throwing its punches. It was just so crude and dirty, but like at the same time that just fit so well into the narrative, being about monsters and ogres and all of that great stuff. So I feel like that was pretty cool. And I feel like a part of what made Shrek so appealing, since it is like a children's movie and it was made for kids, but there's also some things like the themes and the relationships in the story, they all appeal to like an older audience, you know, since they're so rooted in like emotion and sentiment and all that great stuff. So I feel like as long as they get less interested in like the fart jokes and the humor and all that great stuff, and they focus more on like the actual relationships and like plot and storyline and how those all tie together, then they can appeal to a broader range of audience members, including kids and teenagers and maybe even adults alike. So that is a large part of what makes Shrek a really cool movie. I think on top of the art style, people just don't really like Shrek's daughter's design. I think they think she looks too much like a hipster or something. I don't know. But I think she looks pretty cool. She looks very cute. And I don't really know about like Zendaya being cast as her. I feel like a big thing for modern day movies is that they just like to have all these big names on the poster. So even if they're not the best choice for voice acting, they'll choose them anyway so that they can have a celebrity on their team, you know? And Zendaya is, of course, a very popular celebrity. But I don't know. Maybe she'll do a good job. We'll just have to see. I have my hopes up. But yeah. One of my biggest concerns about this movie, not even the art style, not even Zendaya, is that where did Shrek's other 2 kids go? Because as far as I'm concerned, as far as I remember, I'm pretty sure Shrek had like 3 kids. He had like triplets, but in this trailer, we only saw 1 kid. So I don't really know. But yeah, basically those are my thoughts and opinions on the Shrek 5 trailer, what I hope for in Shrek 5, and what I think we might get. If y'all are a Shrek fan and if y'all are gonna watch this movie, what do y'all think? What are y'all expecting and what are y'all hoping for in Shrek 5? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions. And yeah, if you enjoyed watching this video, then please remember to like and subscribe for more, because it always helps me out so much when you do, and I really, really appreciate it. It helps to boost my YouTube channel into the algorithm, which is always such an amazing thing, because I always love y'all guys' support and encouragement. It helps to motivate me to make more videos, and yeah, if y'all want to stay tuned for more videos, usually I do not make content like this. I am indeed an artist, so I usually make videos like drawing different characters and stuff, but maybe when Shrek 5 releases, I'll make a video drawing Shrek 5 characters. So if you want to stay tuned and stick around for more videos, then please click like and subscribe. I post videos very, very frequently, unlike most other YouTubers. So I post a long form video every 2 to 3 days, and I post a short form video every single day, so that's pretty good. I have content for you almost daily, and you'll never get bored. I will always have something fun and interesting for you to watch. And yeah, if you want to support me even further, then please click the links in the description box down below. Those will take you to my Instagram account. I have a lot less followers on there than I do here on my YouTube account, so each and every one of y'all would mean so, so much to me. But yeah, I hope y'all guys all have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video. Always remember that I love you, and goodbye!